Hello and welcome to episode 29 of Real Time Chatting. I'm Josh here as always with S.
Hello.
Hello. And today's special guest, and I'm going to butcher your name, I'm sure of it, is Jelmeree.
Hello.
Hello. Is that
Hello.
vaguely right?
Yeah, it's just the first name is Jelmer. That's how you pronounce it.
Jelmer.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it right. Okay. Yeah, and we're here with Jelmer, today's special guest, to talk about Deus Ex Human Revolution at the end of the show. We got a few Deus Exy things to talk about. Oh, just one. Okay, well, yeah, we've got some things to talk about in the middle of the show. But yeah. So yeah, what have you guys been up to in the if your past week? Have you done anything interesting speedrun wise?
I
'Cause
guess
I
I
haven't.
am supposed to start.
Okay, go on.
Um, I haven't finished any runs apart from, well, this wasn't really a run, but I had a timer run anyway, and I didn't even get last place. Grand Theft Auto Online Criminal Mastermind.
Okay.
And I got like a 5 hour something time, like 5 hour 50, and I am preparing the video. Well, not right now because I'm doing the podcast, but I was before and I will do after this. So I guess I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, I mean, you were doing it before the show, asking me. I wondered why you were asking me random GTA Online timing questions. I was like, oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how I managed to get a mod for this game. Maybe because I did a lot of ILs at one point. I don't remember anymore. But yeah, that would actually put you and your group second. Who did you do that with?
With Power Slave Alphonse, Disperser, and Flaming Pants.
Oh, okay.
With my microphone.
I thought your fourth was Charlie. That's what it sounded like.
He was like in our previous attempt. He was a fourth, but
Okay.
No.
Yeah, it's funny. As much as I've played GT Online, I haven't actually haven't done Criminal Mastermind yet. Just keep saying once we've routed all the heists, we'll do a speedrun of Criminal Mastermind because I don't want to do it casually because it's probably horrible. Was it horrible?
no, it wasn't.
Oh, that's a shame. I could have done it ages ago then. All right. But yeah, okay, that's cool. Speedrun wise, anything else?
I gave San Andreas a few shots, but that didn't go anywhere because I'm stupid. And I practiced some GTA 3.
Fair enough. What about you? I've already forgot how to say your name. Christ.
Just go with jail.
Jail. Okay.
Yeah, I've been working on Deus Ex Mankind Divided, glitchless.
Right.
Just doing more runs, getting better. I haven't submitted anything to the leaderboards, but yeah, we found a new skip as well. So.
It's great. How is that game? Hmm?
I wonder who's responsible for the new skin.
Yeah. Yeah. How is Mankind Divided speedrun wise anyway? Is that actually fun?
Well, not too. I wouldn't say it's the most fun of them all, but it's mostly just running from A to B and using a bit of dashes, but not very glitch heavy.
Okay.
So it's like the glitchless or and any percent. There's only a couple of differences.
Oh yeah, I can see the time is like real. It's only 7 minutes apart.
Yeah.
That's pretty surprising. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, because I played through Mankind Divided obviously, and I thought it was alright, but I don't think it was as good as Human Revolution was.
Like way
It
shorter.
was-
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. But after finishing it, I couldn't help but I had to look up the glitchless leaderboards for it, and it was only like an hour, if even, and I was like, "Yep, this confirms my thoughts of the game."
Yeah, it is unfortunate what happened to that, how it got spliced up into 2 games and then the second one never got finished, so this is all we got.
Yeah, I really liked Mankind Divided, but yeah, it was short.
And then you even have the 4-minute unskippable cutscene at the start as well. If you subtract it from that, then it's even less.
Jeez. Yeah, that was close to half an hour. Nothing else. Alright, yeah, that's cool. As for myself, I haven't done anything speedrunner wise. I've kind of taken a break from speedrunning for a bit. and I'm currently becoming a professional esports racing driver in iRacing. But unfortunately, the thing with simulation games, if you've ever looked at like Train Simulator or Flight Simulator on Steam, they're very expensive, really expensive. So tracks are like $15, cars are like $15. It's like
In iRacing as well?
yeah, in iRacing, that's what the stuff is like.
Wow, how does it have such a big player base then?
It isn't a big player base.
Oh, it's right.
Yeah, that's
Fair
the
enough.
thing. That's the thing. The entire there's like two main series. You got Oval, which is all the Americans going around in a circle, and there's Road, where it's like an actual racetrack. And it's like currently in the middle of 2 seasons called the 13th week, where there's only like 5 different series you can race in. One of them, which is like the main one, is just the basic everything's free, you don't have to pay for anything cup. Every race session has about 150 people join, so it's like the active road player base is about 150 people right now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing with these simulators is they attract like a niche
Yeah.
audience, which is why they get away with charging $10 per single vehicle, like Train Simulator does. Like if you add everything together, you're at like $10,000 or something like that. And like they can pull away with it because they have these die-hard fans who will get it anyway. So you only need 3 fans again.
Yeah, there is a few alternatives to iRacing since it's a driving game, but none of them that I've had a look at have this sort of level of online ranking system. So it's like I have like a number, and it's like how good I am, and it puts me against other people that good, and so the races are actually fun. Sorry?
What's your number?
It's 1,224.
Nice.
But the good guys are at like 5,000, so so I'm a bit off.
And there's the safety rating as well.
Yeah, my
That's
safety
important
rating.
one.
I'm not reading my safety rating because it's going down, and I don't want to look at it. It's like
The one time I watched you yesterday, like you immediately crashed.
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like the previous time you have this betting system, and like the previous time I betted on Crash, right? And you did really well that race, so, and you were like disappointed in me that I betted on Crash. So I was like, alright, I'll be positive, I'll bet on first place. And he crashes like 10 seconds into the race.
Yeah, it has a really the safety system in it is like you have licenses of what cars you're allowed to drive, and you can get better and better cars in different series as you can join and stuff with better licenses. And it all depends on how safe you are and how much you crash. So there's like a pleb filter. It's like everyone's in rookie, and if you can't get out of rookie, you're not allowed to play with us. So I thankfully got out of rookie, but I'm at the very, very low league, and yeah, my safety rating is not very good at the moment. I crash way too much. Especially, it's like, I don't want to keep talking about this too long, but the previous 2 weeks I played, it was like the free series that I'm playing in, we had one track for the whole week that we had to play on, and then you got rotated to another one the next week. And I thought it was a bit boring, but it actually was good because I could practice the track for a whole day, not be complete crap, and then the rest of the week play on it. But now, because we're in the mid-season thing, the middle of 2 seasons, it's like, oh, you get a new track every day! And I'm like, oh god, no! I don't know any of them! So I spend like an hour practicing it, go, that'll do! And join some races, and yeah, bad things happened. Yeah. So yeah, racing is kind of like speedrunning, I guess. I mean, I have splits I play against and things like that, but yeah, a bit different.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing this week. That was a bit longer than I thought. And let's have a look at what the rest of the world was doing this week. So I had a quick look. There's no speedrun specific news, just a lot of new runs as there usually is. And yeah, you found a few here. You got a few runs. Yes. So this first one, Alan Wake, any percent.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about this game in the news recently. That is a great thumbnail. Let me show this thumbnail.
In the news?
Yeah,
You mean like news? As
yeah,
in...
gaming news.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Alan Wake they had like a last minute sale because it's being removed from Steam because of music licenses.
I heard that.
Yeah, that's the only reason I heard about this game recently. And everyone's really annoyed that a really good classic game can be destroyed because of music issues. Like how one song can destroy an entire game. It's like, yeah, I know that feeling as a GTA speedrunner. Fucking music.
I'm wondering why they're just pulling the game instead of just removing the song.
Don't know. I'm sure they have.
Like I don't remember. Like, of course, this game had at least one iconic song. I guess if they were to pull that song out of the game, it would be quite a loss. But it doesn't seem like something that couldn't be overcome. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it is weird. I wonder what the reason is. That maybe maybe they don't have the source code anymore or something stupid like that. I don't know. Maybe they don't want to input the man hours to remove it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, terrible music licensing news aside, this is Alan Wake Any Percent in 2 hours and 42 minutes, 29 seconds by Mr. Monkey, I think's the name.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine that this person ran the game because of the recent news or whatever.
Could be. I saw this, right, and I've played Alan Wake myself. It's sort of like a horror game. No, not really horror, more like scary. I guess horror is scary. Whatever.
Atmospheric.
Yeah, very atmospheric. And I knew Taduva ran this, also known as Chatty Client. And so I inquired with him and asked him a bit like, hey, do you know something about this run? And he says that the run can be improved quite a bit, but it uses a few new minor skips that Taduva, who held the world record before this, from like a few years ago, he didn't know of those. And one of them is at 1 hour, 50 minutes and 50 seconds in.
1 hour, 50 minutes and 50 seconds. Okay, I'm there.
Alright, he says there's a jump over the fence that saves most of the... That saves like 40 seconds. So there's going to be a fence soon with a jump over it. The alternative would be climbing onto a roof and go around it. So I see a fence. Alright, here's...
Oh, okay. Sick.
Oh, nice. That probably looks more easy than it is.
Yeah.
And other cool things. Yeah, there's a bunch of new stuff like this. But overall, the run isn't very glitch heavy. And also something worth mentioning is that he also did runs for the 2 DLCs.
Oh, okay.
Which is on the individual level leaderboards.
Individual level leaderboards. Special 1, Special 2. Yep, there you go.
Yes. Yep. So I hope that he will bring this time down because, as Taduva said, there's still some time to save. So this game is great. I liked this game when I played it. I played it at like 10 FPS because my computer couldn't handle it. But it was fun nonetheless. I should definitely replay it at some point.
Cool. Yeah, I've heard good things about this game and never actually played it. Did you play it, Jelmeree?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. It might be something, well, a bit late now, but I can't buy it anymore. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's nice that other people have joined into it. Yeah, I knew Taduva did it. Oh, actually, other people have as well. I was going to say. I thought it was just Taduva, but apparently not.
Seems pretty active.
Yeah, someone set a run today.
Today, 6 days ago. So I guess the bad news has sparked some runs.
Yeah.
Some interest.
Yeah, that sort of happens, right? It's like a Club Penguin, right? That suddenly exploded, so it was getting shut down. Not in the best way, but yeah.
It has gained some interest. You can.
All right. So that was that game. Next on the list is, I hope you guys know about this because I never played this. This is Fallout 3 any percent in 14 minutes 41 seconds by Zemog 74.
XXOMG, I guess.
Yeah.
Fallout 3, I looked this up. Apparently, the world record has been beaten by a couple of seconds. I think this run is pretty optimized. And there's a couple of things to it, like the speed cripple where you take fall damage and then reload a save as you take fall damage and break your legs, and that will give you a speed boost over the rest of the run. So you walk like 150% quicker than that. And then there's a bunch of like save clips through the wall. And other than that, it's just running. A lot of running in this game.
That's what I'm
so
seeing.
Some clips which I wouldn't have any timestamps for. I guess there's one at the end of this running. There's not too much to optimize, I guess. So
Times are pretty close together.
yeah, all the times are pretty close together. So it's pretty impressive to see someone have beaten it again. So I'm hyped for that. I've played this game and I loved it.
Yeah.
And yes, this game is very broken.
Yeah, it's a Bethesda game, isn't it? So it would be. Yeah, I think I played this game when it came out, like all those years ago. But it's just another Bethesda game that I can just never get into for some reason. I hear all this stuff about it. Like I was in college at the time, and all my friends were going crazy over it and talking to each other about it. So then I got it, and then I just can't stand Bethesda games for some reason. This, Skyrim. I went to the Skyrim midnight launch because everyone was so hyped for it, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll try it, it's going to be great. I played it for like 5 minutes, I was like, this is fucking awful.
I noticed the hype train that was going on for Skyrim. I never dove onto it, and I still don't see the appeal behind Skyrim.
Yeah. It doesn't click with me for some reason. But I know lots of other people like it, and yeah, they're very, very glitchy. So I think what happens here is he's like saving, like this clip here when he goes through this door, he like saves and reloads. He's like, yeah, left mouse button, right mouse button over and over again. So I guess they bind left mouse to load and right mouse to save.
There's not a lot of shooting in this game anymore, so you can get away with unbinding your shooting key and binding it to control if you really need to.
That's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, apparently people didn't say it in chat. I'm right. Yeah, that's it's silly.
I wasn't even close to the door for the first save.
Yeah.
How does that even work?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think I saw it for this game. I think it works in other Bethesda games as well.
Yeah, it's just it seems to be something like you gain control before the level has loaded in properly, and it has loaded in all the collisions. So you get like a frame or some of like movement before you gain collision. Normally that would be fine because once the collision is there, it pushes you back in bounds, let's say. But like if you keep doing it, then yeah, you can break stuff. I think that's how it works. Don't quote me on that.
Well, he just went for a wall by just saving and loading without a door, so I don't think it's like that. So I don't know what it is.
Some of them are a bit more broken than the others.
Yeah, pretty ridiculous. Just one of those games where walls don't exist. Good stuff. All right then. But yeah, obviously a really optimized run. It's probably 1 billion times with this on the leaderboard. Yes, there are 55 for any percent.
I've seen all quests or all bubbleheads, like something closer to 100% had more activity as well, I think. But I didn't put them on.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Fallout.
About something.
It's Fallout 3. If you know anything about that game, you probably know how broken it is. Alright, next game is Cube Director's Cut. Now, I like, for our notes, you said, Josh, talk about this, I ran it. And it's like, no. I ran the regular version, not director's cut. This is something completely different. But it's probably the same. So Eflon ran it. So anyway, I know the guy who runs this, obviously. This is Eflon. He's did another Cube run. He loves first-person puzzle games that aren't Portal. And this game is exactly that. It's a first-person puzzle game that's not Portal, and you run around in test chambers and complete tests. So far, this looks exactly like the original one. But yeah, I think I remember him talking about it a little bit. Like, they fixed a lot of the weird glitches and stuff. Because lots of the things... In lots of the test chambers, it's like they've reprogrammed the cubes, the things that you interact with. They reprogrammed the same cubes for every different room. Like, blue cubes are supposed to go down and then push you up when you stand over them, right? But there's like some rooms where they behave slightly differently and you can get out of bounds with them and things like that. But not in all rooms, only in some of them. I can't remember the exact case, but yeah, it's really weird. So I think they fixed that in this game, and they added new puzzles and stuff as well. But yeah, anyway, it's just first-person puzzle game. Eflon was the master of the previous one, and I guess he finally decided to do a run of the new one and beat everyone who had done runs of this before. Not too much to say about this. The only thing I will say is if you want to watch a run of this game, watch the ESA 2013 run of this game.
Yes.
That was a good damn run.
Yeah.
Eflon, when he did that run, he hadn't slept for like 24 hours, so it was pretty funny. But yeah, that's Cube. There you go. Some finally people doing runs of the new one. Well, Eflon.
Did the title not update? It says Fallout 3 still.
I forgot to
Oh, whoops.
edit the notepad title.
I got the split that time and I forgot the notepad. Alright, thanks for letting me know.
Split behind, by the way.
Oh god, okay. I'm not doing a good job of this today. Okay, so the next run is a run we know a little bit about. This is Grand Theft Auto, the fifth one, except it isn't, but we're calling it the fifth one. It's more like the 8th, right?
Like 12th even, I think.
Oh, I don't know. But anyway, it's GTA 5, and yeah, it's classic percent, which is an interesting category. And yeah, it's classic percent in 6.5 hours, give or take, by Dark Viper 88. So yeah, he's
the world record by like 10 seconds, I've been told.
Oh, right.
He said there's a couple of big time losses still, so I would like to see this being brought down, but I think Dark Viper is getting quite nauseated by the category, so I think he'll move on to 100% soon. I'm not sure if he will play this category some more.
Yeah.
Maybe Torex will take it back and they'll be so back. Because that's what happened last time Dark Viper beat it. Torex took it right back within a week. No, Dark Viper has been trying really long to get this, so I think he deserves to have the title for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, they've all been playing the game, like this game, constantly, just varying categories. Yeah, it's nice to see the time come down a bit. But yeah, this is classic percent, which means it basically means you play this one bit like the older GTAs. So you don't use like quick saves to teleport the map. You don't use taxis to teleport the map. You basically just don't use all the new things they added. You don't
you don't use all the teleporting nonsense.
Yeah, and you also don't kill yourself 4 times in a row to skip every mission, which is a dumb mechanic. But yeah, it just makes the game more fun to use, I think. Oh, look, there he whistled for a taxi, but instead of getting it and teleporting, he just steals it. Nice. Yeah, it's the most popular category, and it makes sense, because any percent is literally just killing yourself over and over again to skip the game. Then there's any percent...
No mission skips, which allows for taxis, but not the like killing yourself over and over, which seems like an okay category to me, but like the taxis can be really random, so...
Yeah.
It's just, do you want to deal with taxi RNG or traffic RNG?
Yeah, exactly. Because I've run like the expansions for 4, but in that game, because it's set in like New York, The taxis are way more common. You can't like call them or anything like you can in this game, but they're just everywhere anyway, so it doesn't matter. So in that game, it's like there isn't really taxi RNG. There's a tiny bit. You can get screwed sometimes, but for the most part, it's fine. But in this game, it's like very rare to see taxis on the road, and you can call them on your cell phone, but that takes time, obviously, and they have random spawning behaviors and stuff like that. So yeah, most of the runners prefer not to use them, which makes sense. You get to drive everywhere. There's arguments for and against, but yeah. This is the most popular category, and you got world record in it, so that's good. Alright. So that was that. Very long run as well. That game is very long. Right, next up is something I hope you know about, Jelmeree. I'm saying your name different every time. God damn it. This is... Did I forget? Did I remember to do everything? No, I forgot to split. There we go. This is Deus Ex Mankind Divided glitchless in 47 minutes and 50 seconds by Cools Villa. When it loads.
Yeah.
There we go. So, tell us about this.
Yeah, there are a couple of differences with any percent. Like there's some out of bounds in any percent, and there's this conversation that you can skip in any percent. That takes also about 4 minutes, but yeah, it's pretty cool optimized run already. Like getting quite close to the any percent times.
Yeah.
Actually, like
yeah, it's
you
surprising.
take out the that conversation skip and then some of the smaller skips. But it's basically a lot of dashing and running and climbing of objects, and they added a mechanic that you can grab onto ledges as well, and that sometimes doesn't work as you want as well. So
Great.
you can ledge grab if you go sideways even or backwards. So sometimes it's not just working very well and losing you sometimes, but. Other than that, you can see already here some dashing. Then you have to wait for the energy to regenerate and for the cooldown, because you cannot spam it infinitely. Like you probably don't know the fall, but they have like a similar mechanic with the dash, and you can spam that infinitely. But
Right.
this game that you can't.
Yeah, I was kind of sad they took out the whole candy bar mechanic from the previous one. That was fun for me.
Yeah.
They completely revamped how the energy works. It kind of confused me a bit, this one. I didn't quite grasp exactly how it worked. It's like every time you use something, your maximum energy goes down, but then it recharges, and then...
Yeah, you lose a bit of your maximum, but you can get it back if you upgrade one of your health or energy augmentations.
Okay.
So then you can get it back. So if you just upgrade at a convenient time, then you can get a full bar back again.
That's interesting. Okay, that'd be fun for routing. Alright then. Yeah, that's that game. I've managed to click on the point where there's just nothing but cutscenes. The whole game isn't like this. It's just we're in Prague, I guess.
Yeah, this is a nice little puzzle.
Oh
where
yeah.
you have to stack boxes and activate some towers. It's very easy to fall off and not grab the things you want, as you can already see. But it's very easy to lose time in this segment. It's like difficult to get it all exactly right because things get in your way, and yeah, it's the most annoying part of the run. But that's with any percent you can object hover to do this a bit quicker.
Object
Like
hover.
You use the box to fly in the sky, let's say.
Alright. Yeah, this bit of the game's weird. It's like when you go into the virtual world and then suddenly it becomes like a platformer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suddenly you're in a puzzle game.
Yeah. But good use of the engine they had. Alright. Yeah, that was Deus Ex Mankind Divided glitchless. Only about...
That recently a 30-second time save was found at the very end, right?
Oh yeah, that's correct, yes.
Because me.
What did you
Because
do?
you asked about the endings, like how that worked. If you could fill both of these and like both objectives, but
Yeah, I was trying to get the bad ending for the game on my second playthrough. And I couldn't figure out how to do it, so I asked in the Discord, like, how do I do it? Turns out you can't, but I inspired people to find a better route, so yes.
Great.
yeah, I looked up the endings and then I saw that there was like another hidden passage from the end boss to the people you have to save in the end, and yeah, that saves quite a lot of time. Like 45 seconds or so. So
Wow.
right at the end as well.
Nice. Okay, there you go. It's always fun when you accidentally help people. I think there's some random first-person puzzle game that Eflon ran that there's a jump called the Josh jump in it because he was like rooting it and I told him to do a thing and it worked or something like that. Isn't there a Josh jump in Vice City?
I guess it's not called that, but yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it's like just jump backwards diagonally off of a boat or something, don't you? That I accidentally did. Yeah,
Yes.
it's always fun when you accidentally help people like that.
Yeah, or you discover something while you're just playing a casual playthrough and you find a new hidden entrance or
Yeah.
some ventilation shaft you haven't found before, and then you can save a lot of time with it.
All right. So next up is a bit weird, but it's sort of a run still. This is Super Mario 64, 120 star. So originally in my notes I had the I can't pronounce his name. Punky Ashun.
Okay, Sean, yes.
Yeah, there you go. 4 days ago, he got a new record for 120 star Super Mario 64, which is obviously an incredibly optimized run. And yeah, they managed to set a new record for it. I don't know how much it beat the previous record, but it's obviously like incredibly good. So I was like, oh man, that's a really good time. We'll have to include that. And then Cheese, a day later, I think it was like less than 24 hours later, beats it by 21 seconds.
Wow.
Now I want to know, I don't think either of us know, and I didn't have time to look up, but was there a new record found, or are these two just getting records at the same time?
A new skip, you mean?
Yeah, a new skip. What did I say?
A new record.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
a new skip or a new route or something.
I don't
Yeah.
think so. But
No.
I don't know.
Okay, here we go. In the YouTube description, it says, he's a fucking legend, got world record in less than 24 hours of losing it. Yeah, there you go. So I guess he was just determined to get his record back. Cheese.
like
Yep.
the sub 140 wasn't even that long ago, and then now we have these two again,
Yeah.
new records.
Yeah, so we're at the halfway mark now, so we're to the next minute. So we're at 1 hour, 39 minutes and 28 seconds, if you like arbitrary goals. Yeah, chat's saying they just got better. There's nothing's new found. Interesting, okay.
It's good.
Yeah, this game is always going to be grinded down. The times get more and more insane, and it's good. It's good stuff. It's just optimization. And it's nice that this is one of the few games where the 100% ish category is the most popular one instead of the any percent, because any percent in this game is like 0 star, right? And it's 6 minutes long.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be as fun. Alright, speaking of fun, the next run is also another weird one. I love how the thing in Live Split is MSG, which is like Michael Schumacher to me. But yes, this is My Summer Car, a game we have featured before, but we have not featured this category. So this game is about you're a Finnish teenager or something, and you have like a summer to yourself, and you have to build a car. Or something like that, I don't know. But anyway, you're given a car. I just want to play the start of this run a bit. But the goal of this category, this is full assembly, and the goal is to fully build your car. So there's an any percent category. I love that the first thing he does is unplug the phone. There's an any percent category in this game where you have to build your car as quickly and as crappily as possible just to pass inspection. But this category is you have to actually build it properly. So if you've ever wanted to watch a speed run of someone build a car, this is the run for you. And this is in 58 minutes and 35 seconds by I am me Adam. I think I got that right.
I don't know.
Yeah. The first thing you do is use this van and like push your car into the workshop. Wonderful. But yeah, this is literally a speed run of him building a car. And the rules state that you have to tighten every single bolt and equip every single part, but the fuzzy dice are optional.
All right.
Yeah. So I don't suppose either you. Yes, you said you wanted to play this game when I told you about it, right?
I haven't, but I haven't played it. It does
Okay.
look like something I would play.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. The actual like proper gameplay of it is interesting. You like go around driving your car around and doing jobs and stuff, and you upgrade your car to have better parts and things like that. But yeah, this is
There's probably like stuff around it as well, like that phone being unplugged. There has to be like some side elements to it that annoy you, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is like my favorite thing about these kinds of games, where it throws you unrelated stuff at you just to distract you.
Yeah, I mean, at the top left, there's like, you got like status bars. So there's urine, hunger, thirst, fatigue, dirtiness.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's obviously a life simulator as well as a car one. So I guess that's why you unplug the phone so no one can bug you, right?
Yeah. So
something.
like stuff like that is always my favorite things in these kind of games.
Yeah.
Managing the unrelated stuff. It reminds me of Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, how you have to defuse a bomb, but at some point just an alarm clock goes off and you have to turn it off. Just completely unrelated.
Great. But yeah, not too much else to say about this run. I just thought it was pretty hilarious, and I love people love their reactions when they see this game for the first time.
I know
yes.
this game is in ESA, so I'm looking forward to that. It's
Ooh.
probably my most looked forward run.
That will be good. I'll have to try and be there for that. But yeah, I don't know how much. I've never built a car before, but this certainly looks like really building a car. He's like putting the pipes on the radiator and stuff like that. The individual pipe pieces. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I wonder if there's a game like this, but for like computers. I guess that wouldn't be as fun, right? It's too easy.
It's just little parts.
Just make it.
Yeah, make the GPU yourself. Yeah.
No, I mean make that game.
Oh, make the game. Yeah, maybe. All right. So that was that. Next up is we're back to real speedruns now. Real speedruns. This is Crash Bandicoot 3, 105%, which basically just means 100%. Don't worry about it. In 2 hours, 1 minute, and 57 seconds by Dustil. And this is I'll turn the volume up instead of showing it. This is a really contested run. There's quite a lot of runs on the leaderboard for this. But yeah, I love the splits. It's just a bit of this, a bit of that, and that's it. I guess it's like the halfway point or something.
You have so many levels, but it just takes 2 splits.
Yeah.
It's whatever works, I guess.
Yeah, some people like to not worry too much about splits and they just go. And other people want to analyze exactly where they lose time and gain it and stuff. But yeah, this is Crash Bandicoot, the third one, but it's still a good one. Not my favourite, but pretty good. Did either you two play this? Do you have PlayStations?
I have played this. Yes.
Okay.
It was very fun.
Yeah. Have you ever done any runs of Crash games?
Only Crash. I did a bit of Crash Team Racing, but it was never published anything.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, I really like those games.
Yeah.
too. Those old PS1 games.
Yeah, I guess me and you are in the same boat. I did CTR badly as well. Okay. But we can speculate. So, yeah, if I remember rightly, fastest movement in this is to dash, and then spin to cancel the dash before it ends. So you can instantly dash again instead of getting up, which appears to be what he's doing. And yeah, this is 105%. You have to get all the boxes, all the speed relics, all the secrets, everything. So
So you have to do every level twice, like getting first the time box, first the crystal, and then the and all the boxes.
Yeah.
The timed ones.
I imagine it's at least twice, because sometimes there's like hidden gems that you can only get by not getting every box or doing a level fast, and then
Yeah.
there's sometimes
Yeah,
secrets
that as well.
sometimes secrets that you have to do which take you out of the level, so you'd have to do it a fourth time if that was the case. Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh yeah, he at the start of the run you turn sound effects off so the cutscenes don't happen because there wouldn't be any voiceover. I forgot about that. I wonder how long that was known for. Like, the first person to do a run with that probably saved like an hour. But yeah, it's Crash Bandicoot 2. 2, 3, 105%. That's how many levels are on the leaderboard? How many levels? How many runs? Yeah, 72 runs of 105%, so it's pretty ridiculous.
It seems like we missed another PB in this game. Any percent no item glitch.
Oh yeah, 6 days ago. Yeah, Zoe got any percent no item glitch, which let's just call it's any percent without skipping literally everything. Yeah, there you go. It's any percent time as well. So Crash Bandicoot 3 is pretty active right now. That's pretty nice.
So yeah, just the crystals then.
Yeah, just run through the game as quickly as possible. Yeah, if I remember rightly, the normal any percent, it's like you trick the game into thinking you've bounced. Okay, so whenever you bounce on like an enemy, you get a boost, and then you can bounce on another enemy. And if you bounce on 2 in a row, you got an apple. If it's 3, I think you keep getting apples until you get 5 in a row, then you get a life or something like that. Something like that. Anyway, in real any percent, you trick the game into thinking you've jumped on an enemy like 300 times or something, and on one of the values it starts giving you crystals instead, which wasn't intended. Crystals are the things you get for completing levels. So eventually you just get every crystal in the game by bouncing on a box up and down for ages. It's pretty stupid. Right. And the last run for this week is... Did I call them apples? Oh, good God. I meant Wumpa Fruit. My dad always shouted at me for that. But yeah, anyway. This is Devil May Cry 4. Heaven or Hell New Game Plus in 48 minutes and 34 seconds by Mecha, which is the game we had on last week.
Oh, man.
I think, was it, yeah, Devil May Cry 4 we did, right? Yeah. Was it 3 or 4? I'm trying to remember. I think it was this game. Pretty sure it was this one. Yeah, okay. So yeah, if you wanna learn more about this run and this game, then go back and watch our last episode. And we learned all about it. Went through loads of things, like all the different categories and all the jumps and everything. It's pretty complicated. And yeah, it's a really fast-paced game.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as usual, a guest we had on the show gets a world record within 2 weeks after being on the show.
Yes, as always. Well, not always, but most of the time.
You know what this means, Jelmeree. You know what it means.
Yeah.
But then which one should I take?
Any. We'll claim it as because of us.
Yeah, any. Whichever you're doing.
Alright. That was all the runs we could find for this week. If there were anything we missed, you thought was important but we didn't cover, then you should have shouted at us in our submission form. So fill out if you see any world records in the next week, fill out the submission form and let us know. Tell us a bit about it, and we'll talk about it. As long as it isn't an IL, and as long as it isn't a game that's literally been on the show for 5 weeks running. SRD submitted Hearthstone Curse and Axramus this week. But yeah, I thought I wouldn't include Hearthstone.
I could have included it if it was submitted before, but like I literally processed all the submissions, in this case none, but like I literally processed them all like 5 minutes before he submitted it, so I completely missed it.
Alright, fair enough. Well, I probably would have cut it anyway. I play Hearthstone and I'm sick of talking about it. But yeah, Hearthstone speedrunning is a thing. Go look at it if you're interested. All right. So that brings us to the In the Spotlight section of the show. We have Jelmeree here to talk about what's the game called? Deus Ex Human Revolution. That's the one. I always get them mixed up. So yeah, I guess we'll just cover any percent first, and you just give us the background on what the game is, and then what the run is like, I guess.
Yeah, sure. So, Human Revolution, like it's like the sequel for. It's actually a prequel, but the series was dead for a couple of years after Invisible War, and then a few years later, then this reboot came. It was actually quite successful, and very much like the first one, like that you can choose your stealth or combat or whatever playstyle you want to play through the game. And speedrun wise, yeah, there's some very nice clips like this one, for example.
Straight off the bat.
Like right at the start already. Like there are objects that you can throw at yourself, and then I think Henky knows this better than me, but there's like this. You get teleported the other side of the wall because of how the collision works.
Right.
So you have to be like for most of these clips, you have to be very parallel to the wall, and not for the ones with the fire extinguisher. So, like, there's another one you can attempt here at this wall, but it's a bit difficult, not very consistent. But the first one is so. And apart from these, there are not many others like with the fire extinguisher, like many we do with the box. And then it's just a matter of getting yourself aligned to the wall, and throwing the object on yourself.
Yeah.
And then you can skip like large sections of the game.
Yeah.
Like, some missions are just not necessary at all.
Do you have a timestamp for one of the clips with boxes?
Yeah, I didn't have time to prepare the videos, but I did send you the timestamps.
Let me put that on my second screen. Hang on. Right. Oh God, I'm covering S's face. No, streamer mode. All right. Okay. Let's have a look. So yeah,
At 4:09, there's a first clip with a box.
Excellent. We'll go straight there and skip this cutscene of Pritchard.
Yeah, that's like one of the only things you cannot skip in this game. But that's all right. That doesn't take all that long. So here, you pick up the cardboard box, and then align yourself to this fence, and then you can just clip straight through.
Right.
Sounds pretty simple, and then you don't have the guards here as well because you skip that trigger.
Oh, nice.
So you don't have to run around the roof to avoid the guards. You can just go straight to the door.
This is this is a funny situation because it's like me and S used to originally do runs of this game a long time ago, so we sort of know stuff, but we don't know the current stuff. So yeah, that kind of blew my mind a little bit.
Yeah, there were container clips, right? I have never done a run with container clips, but you probably did then.
Container clip. I'm trying to remember what stuff.
I remember clips of like huge boxes, like life-size boxes that could fit like 3 people inside.
Yeah.
But do you mean those?
Yeah. Then you take the large object, you put it in front of yourself, and then you take a smaller object.
Oh.
You flip it inside the bigger objects, and then you let go, and it gets propelled, like because of the collision, and it gets propelled out towards you.
That was pretty awful. I remember resetting for like ages trying to get one of those once in like the middle of the game.
Yeah, I remember the one where you had to clip inside the wall in Detroit when the riot mode is going on.
Yeah.
And then you had to like not go all the way because then you'd fell into the void. Can we skip to that part of this one? I'm quite
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah, there are quite a
Okay.
few. You already seen one of these. Like there are a lot more of those half clips. Like at the gate at the start, if you clip too far, then you just fall down, and you cannot fall to your death.
Okay. But yeah, you only have to use one box now, which is a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of this game, I imagine, is just pushing physics objects into yourself, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but also like apart from the clips, there's also the movement, like sprint jumps. You do literally everywhere. Like except if the ceiling is too low, and if you jump, you lose your speed. But most of the time, it doesn't. So you even climbing these stairs, you want to do sprint jumps as much as possible. In this section, you can do a quick, sort of glitched quick save, and that skips this little conversation. Oh, I failed it the first time, but it works the second time. Like you skip the cutscene, make a quick save immediately, and then you skip his talk, and you can also skip info link here, so you can leave earlier, because you otherwise have to wait for the info link to end.
Huh. Interesting.
But now there's like one line less, so that's another like 6 seconds.
So one thing I'm wondering about is you went obviously went lethal range instead of non-lethal. I remember back in the runs I used to do, because this game has like a RPG mechanics to it, right? So we would like stealth through levels to gain XP, so we could level up stats and stuff that we needed. Is there any of that left, or?
Well, we don't take the cloak at the start, so that saves a lot of praxis.
Okay.
It's like skill points.
Yeah.
And so we just take the running at the start to go faster. Because there are routes that don't require the cloak, and you can still make it out alive of the police station, for example, and the DRB territory, especially.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, because now I remember you just cloak through everything, but yeah, they don't even use it. Interesting.
I remember doing a run not too long ago. Of course, I had forgotten everything. And I had also forgotten where to get all the candy bars.
Oh, yeah.
I found myself in one of the later levels, but without the ability to cloak, because I ran out of candy bars. Which was quite a situation. So I guess if you don't have to use that many candy bars for cloak early on, then
we don't even pick that many up. Like only at the start, you only pick up one at Bridger's desk because it's right there, and you have to wait anyway. The other ones we don't even pick up.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe we can take a look at the police station, because there's a clip as well there. Let's see.
Reading through your notes. Police station.
Yes, I think 1047.
1047. All right, I'm on it. We're actually right next to it. It's fine. I got it.
Yeah.
There you go. Police station. Here we go.
Yeah. So first you shoot that guy in the head, because he will kill you on the way out otherwise.
Oh.
So yeah. And then you take that like what is it? Trash can.
Yeah.
Just clip through the wall, out to the morgue, then a little bit out of bounds. And now the police are alerted, but if you run out fast enough, then they won't kill you. So you have to be pretty fast for this part. Like, otherwise, this hallway will be full of guards.
Yeah.
Like, and you have the hypostims to heal yourself, so you usually have to use 1 or 2 at this stage. And then you can leave again. You have your, what is it? The hacker's brain.
Hacker brain thing, yeah. Yeah, I actually specifically remember dying to that guy that's outside the police station that you shot in the head. That's really funny. I never thought of doing that. It's pretty good.
Like if you kill them outside, they won't notice inside. But if you kill someone inside, then they'll notice.
Yeah.
When you go out again.
Huh.
Okay, that's nice.
But yeah, there was no cloak in this one. And then at the DRB, that's let's say 13 minutes, 13 seconds.
13 minutes, 13 seconds. Okay. Got it.
Yes. So again, you use you use AI manipulation to get past them. So because when they hear a noise, they turn around to investigate that, but then they ignore everything else that they hear for a couple of seconds. So you can just distract them on the left side and then run past on the right side, basically. That's what's happening here. So you don't need the cloak to get to this area, get the grenades. And then afterwards, we don't climb the ladders here to get out, but we use the barrel and the grenade to boost ourselves up.
Nice.
Like the physics gets applied to the barrel and then to yourself.
Oh.
Push yourself up.
Huh. That was a crazy boost right to the top of the roof, yeah. That's really cool.
There's another one of...
At the very last elevator as well. At the very end of the game. Like,
is there a boost as well?
Yeah. Like, I know there's a boost there, and I remember when it was found, like, it was segmented only. But maybe it still is? Or do you still ride down that big elevator down into the big pit called Pangea?
No, there are multiple ways to skip that, and has been optimized, like with just simple clips.
Yeah, I think you're talking about old strats, so they probably don't do it anymore.
I can't remember a boost at the elevator.
Wow, nice.
Okay. Yeah, that was insanity. One question I have to ask: why is the game? Is it in French?
Yeah, it is in French. Like there, as I said already, like sometimes you have to wait for info links, for example, and yeah, they just talk a little bit faster in French, so you can leave areas earlier and gain a bit of time like that. It's like 15 seconds total difference between French and English, which is like the third fastest.
Huh.
And Spanish is the second.
Is there no Japanese version, I take it?
I don't think so. At least not on. If you
I'm guessing
here.
like the only options will be French, Spanish, English, Italian, German, and Russian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also Polish, but I think it's the same as English. Like it's only the subtitles.
Wait, can I go back and watch that again? So
Yeah,
I remember
through the elevator.
Yeah, I remember in the old route we used to buy Icarus when we were falling down to skip an animation. But you're like doing it here after you fall down an elevator shaft that you clipped into.
So right before you land, indeed, if you buy it then you don't get the fall damage, but you also don't get the landing animation that takes a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
And then there's some mines for Barrett, so the first boss, and then it's gone.
Oh dear.
Yeah, like you only have to trigger the boss to come in the room, and then he's gone.
Yeah, I remember there was like a big tower later on that you used to jump down a specific spot, and you'd buy Icarus there. But that was like way later in the run. But yeah, this is a lot earlier.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean with that's a lot later in the game at Picus. Then you have to can fall down and get to the next elevator.
Yeah, that's right.
Nickler.
Yeah, you used to like jump off the helicopter pad ceiling thing, and fall all the way down to another elevator, and you'd press it and then hide. That was what you did. All right. Any other interesting skips we could look at? Let me read the notes we got.
Yeah. So yeah, there's another box clip at 19 minutes 7 seconds.
19:07. Okay, got it.
like this fragile box that you have to throw around a bit, but not break it. Like they're really fragile, and then you can just skip most of this level, just go immediately to the subway instead
never-
of doing all the quests.
How much does this save over a glitchless run?
I'm not sure, but probably 4 minutes or so.
Yeah, well,
Hmm. No,
that is a lot.
that skip there was one of those skips you were talking about where you had like two boxes and you like one to hold you against the wall and the other one to push you into it. It was one of the nightmare ones. Oh, you didn't save the guy in the gas.
No, because it's slower.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, if you just run around and you don't have to open the door, and you don't need the XP as well, so
Ah, yeah, of
you can
course.
just as well skip in.
Yeah, it looks like the stealth of this game has kind of eroded over time. Just run through everything fast now instead.
Yeah. Here you can cloak to... Oh no, we don't have cloak at this point yet. And you can jump over the lasers to evade them, but it's faster just to run through them. Like it's not really necessary, because you still have like these health upgrades you can take if you take too much damage.
Cool.
Yeah. And yeah, a little bit after this part, there's like one of the nicer boosts in this game. Like you can skip from an elevator, you go right to the next elevator, and you skip one that's in between. You skip the it's called the data core room. It has all the lasers that's protecting like some sensitive data that you need to uncover in the story. But in this playthrough, we don't uncover it. So,
Great.
yeah, we have this fire extinguisher that's gonna help us a lot. And we take the Typhoon, which is yeah. If you have something in front of you, or you have like a void in front of you, and you use the Typhoon, and it pushes you a little bit backwards and upwards. So first, we place this fire extinguisher safely out of bounds, so it doesn't get destroyed here by the Typhoon. And then it's pushing us upwards and backwards, so we get on top of the elevator. Take the fire extinguisher, place it in a good spot that you can actually see it. And then the mine, that's gonna boost us up, and then yeah, you need to. It's a pretty tricky timing. Like you have to knock it over, and then jump at the right time to get the maximum boost, and then you can skip all the way to the next floor. That's like right in front. That's really convenient.
Jeez, yeah, straight into the next. Like that's a whole chunk of the game you just skipped there.
I remember that section being pretty difficult as well, that you're skipping.
Yeah. And yeah, it is funny how you say you skip the important information. It's like the ending of this game probably makes no sense if you skip that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like one of the hackers put some, I don't know, some blackmail material for Taeyong, just in case things went sour for him, and then, yeah, he left it there. But then you don't pick it up for him, so... yeah.
Where should we go next instead of sitting in another elevator?
Yeah, this is one of the longest elevators as well, so...
Yeah.
There is actually a way to skip this one as well, but you need like 3 more mines, and you need armor to, you know, survive the explosion. But yeah, we don't do that in the run yet. It's like takes too much time to set it up, to get the extra mines, to get the armor upgrades.
Alright.
This is what I remember. I remember trying to jump on this was really difficult. Wait, where are you going? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey, if you fall down there, you don't get the landing animation.
Okay.
On Icarus landing. But here you cannot really avoid. Yeah, you can avoid it with the EMP, but then you have to use an EMP on yourself to disable the landing, and then grab a ladder that's a little bit further ahead while you fall down. It's quite tricky.
Ooh.
Doesn't save a lot of time.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they just clip through the doors instead of pushing the button to wait for the lift.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
That
that's one of
clip
the.
is really difficult.
It's
What
not
is it?
any more difficult. It was like we used to try it like a normal box clip, just hoping to get through, and then like 80% of your runs would die there because it wouldn't let you through, or took like forever. But yeah, I think Pen again found the setup for this one, that you use that you crouch and push yourself into the first door, and then there's a second door that you get stuck in, but that's easier to get out.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember like the whole elevator door thing. So like 2 doors, right? So there's like 2 polygons you have to clip through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
They made it like really difficult to do. So we back like years ago, we always thought it was impossible to get through those doors because you only had one box, but I guess not. All right, another elevator ride. This game has a lot of elevator rides in it.
Yeah, that's true. And the bad thing is it doesn't have elevator music.
Yeah.
Like unlike Invisible War had it, but not this game.
All right, so here's a boss quick
Invisible
kill.
War is the best game.
Yeah, this
Wow.
boss you just throw grenades at the ceiling, and then they bounce. Just because otherwise, if you throw the grenades one after another, they'll bounce off and go anywhere except where you want them. But if you throw them at the ceiling, then they don't get. Yeah, they just fall one after another. They
Huh.
don't
So,
knock.
yeah, don't get blown away by the others, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, this was like one of the most difficult boss fights when I played this game casually. And yeah, you just
Because he
completely
turns
trivialized
invisible
it. Mm.
and runs around,
Yeah.
and then comes at you with the typhoon attack.
Yeah, it's really difficult. Right, what else we got in the notes? 28. I'm just like going to everything, all the notes.
Yeah,
you
that's
have.
sure. That one is also very nice. So Detroit, we're back in Detroit, and we're gonna fall down from an apartment and use the fire extinguisher to get us there without triggering the Icarus landing. So just ride on top of it.
Oh
Would
dear.
that kill you if you didn't have the Icarus landing upgrade?
Yeah, if you didn't have it, then you could skill it right before you land, right? But yeah, this is just way too convenient. Like you need the fire extinguisher anyway to clip yourself out, because otherwise you have to take two slow elevators down.
Yeah.
So you might as well take it with you and take a ride.
Oh dear. All right.
Yeah, and there's another setup for the box clip that you also mentioned. So it's a clip where you don't want to push all the way through because you'll fall down. So it's like a half clip, and here you have to make sure you don't hit the police. Like you can hit the car, but you cannot hit the police, or they'll just destroy you. So yeah, that's it.
That's so much easier than what we had to do. Oh,
You would
dear.
have to drag the container there and then use candy to throw it around faster. And then set it up exactly in that corner.
Yeah, that one was really precise. It's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, so here's the Malik death as well. This one's
Yeah.
This one's weird.
Yeah, this one is really weird because normally when you enter the elevator that's at the end here, you get like a slow death cutscene and Malik gets executed. But find a way to skip that. Just jump on top of the door as it closes. Like the trigger would be if you would be in the elevator on the floor, let's say. But if you jump on the door and it doesn't trigger, and then you just have to wait for the guards to destroy her helicopter or fetal. It's not helicopter, but yeah, just have to wait for that. And strangely enough, if you increase the difficulty level to medium or hard, then Malik actually dies faster. So that's what we do right before we end Detroit.
Great. So you just gotta kill her, but in a different way.
Yeah.
So is
And
that
then-
the sequence that plays if you try to save her? Then a load of people like trying to blow up the VTOL.
If you try to save her,
Yeah, if you like stand there and fight, is that what happens? They have to actually like kill her properly. Because I imagine the execution animation only plays if you just go straight to the elevator, right? So it's like
Yeah.
a choice you can make. So yeah, I imagine that's what happens.
yeah,
So
if you leave one of these guards alive, then that scene will trigger.
Yeah.
Only if you take them all out, then it won't. Like Malik will fly off as soon as you've taken down everyone.
Okay.
But I think that's only like for speedruns. That's only showcased as a donation incentive, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you have to collect some gas grenades and then throw them around.
Okay, what's Nightmare Clip?
Oh, that's in Singapore. Yeah, that's one of the another of these half clips, and that's where I lost most of my time in my PB. But as we will see, but it's another one of these half clips, and then it's used to skip the Namir boss fight. Like
So
we
you
don't
do
see
the
him
boss-
at all.
Oh, I remember being able to like just knock him out because of,
Because the game when he climbs over the fence, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's really stupid. Yeah, I even
they-
did that in my casual playthrough by accident. I just sort of just punched him, didn't mean to.
Yeah, so now you have to navigate like without seeing the map, but it's not a very complicated map. So you just have to find the stairs and get to the door to where Megan is, right? Yeah, we saw a little bit of Megan there, but now she's gone.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Pretty ridiculous. Oh boy, the Omega clip. Oh, this is a good story. Do you know why this is called the Omega clip?
Yeah, that was a race with Ultima Omega also in there. And it took him like 20 minutes to do this clip. And I don't think he was very happy with that.
No.
So,
I
yeah.
think I like beat him in that race because he took so long on that clip, or maybe I just finished like 5 minutes behind him. I remember being really far behind him in that race, and then like that clip happened, and I either like overtook him or just almost caught up to him.
Wasn't that me? Not you?
Or maybe it was you.
I think I
Yeah.
remember it being me. Because I was the reason I was asking him if he knew was because I knew.
Looking up the results for that
Yeah.
race.
That's weird. We both have the same memory, but only one of us did it, surely.
Yeah. I struggle with it as well, so it could be.
Yeah, maybe we were both in it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we were.
poor Omega. He was stuck there for so long trying to do that clip, and he just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, they named it after him now.
Although it was actually found by Nature Blink, I think. Nature Blink.
Yeah,
But,
it wasn't
yeah.
him. Right, so that's the last thing we'll cover: the Star Wars bridge, followed by final clip and elevator skip.
Okay, I found the results. I finished in 1 hour 24 minutes.
Yeah.
Josh finished after me, 6th place, 1 hour 57 minutes. And then Omega finished less than a minute later,
Yeah.
1 hour 58 minutes. So it was you who caught up to him.
Yeah, it was. You were a bit faster than both of us, I guess.
Yeah, I guess like the race was tight between me and Omega. And then he got to the clip and then, you know, it was tight between you and him. Maybe that's the story.
Yeah, that's probably how it went. But yeah, anyway,
So, yeah.
what are we looking at here? Sorry.
Yeah,
I'll
we
go
saw
back.
that it was like this EMP, so you disable the landing system again, in this case. So, and then you have to wait for a specific timing because you want the the Icarus landing to turn on again after, like right before you hit the ground, so you don't die here. And yeah, and also you cannot see anything because you don't hit the trigger for the map to be visible. But yeah, the door is just straight ahead, so it's not too difficult. And then there's this final boss, like with the laser rifle.
The most
Go straight through the
disappointing
glass.
final boss.
Like in Absolute Zero, this is quite a bit different. Like you have to take a box with you to throw at the glass to break it first. And then, yeah, she doesn't take that much hits from the box once you've broken the glass, but breaking the glass takes it off.
Alright, awesome. So, I think that's the first time we've ever went through the whole game before. Talked about everything. Actually, maybe we did a couple times before. But yeah, thanks for that. That was pretty good. I'll play the other PBs you have in the background, and we can talk about other stuff. So if I play the DLC, the Missing Link, then we can probably talk about the Absolute Zero category a bit later.
Oh, sure. Yeah, so there's another like really neat clip in the Missing Link DLC as well. So you take this very tiny box, and then you skip the whole ship sections. Like normally you have a bit where you go upstairs first and go to the decks, and then go to a control center, and then go back down again, basically. But yeah, here you just clip through a wall, and then you're right at the end. And here, like it puts the box in front of you, so that the Typhoon would otherwise you spawn yourself forward more, and then you don't get you cannot get out of bounds. So you have to put something in front of you, then do the Typhoon. It propels you upwards and backwards. Then you can skip this security scan, which would otherwise take, I don't know, a minute maybe?
Yeah, I remember those being quite long.
Yeah. And then, because you have to do it, it's a bit like stealth, because like the ship will be alerted and they'll come after you if you if you kill people here, and so that's it's a bit important at the start, but not so much in the later part of this run.
All right, cool. Yeah, I don't know why it's
stealthy here.
I don't know why it started like 2 minutes in. That was a bit weird. But yeah, cool. I guess is there any different glitches, different skips in this you want to cover before we move on to like questions and stuff?
From this one, there's not an elevator skip. That's quite nice. I think I linked that as well.
Is it 4 minutes?
Yeah.
4 minutes, 13 seconds. All right, we'll talk about this one. Let's have a look.
So yeah, you're on top of this detention center. Take the box, and that's used to skip another one of these security scans. That's right behind that door, and some hallways that you skip as well. You need to trigger this cutscene, and then you can go take another box and clip down in the elevator shaft. You take the Typhoon ammo as well, because we use a lot of Typhoon ammo to skip these security scans.
Oh.
And then you fall down this very long elevator shaft, and then right at the end, take the landing system.
Great.
And then also, normally you cannot run here. Like the running is disabled if you enter here with the elevator. But because we entered from like out of bounds, that doesn't trigger. So you can just sprint here normally. It's also very neat.
Weird.
And then the floor isn't loaded yet, so it's like this greenish gray color.
Yeah. All right, cool.
And then the elevator is magically there, so you can take it back up. Like,
Nice.
That's quite a neat section of this DLC.
Yeah, nice. All right. Have you got any questions, S? While I try to think of some.
I have a bit more of a generic question, a routing question more so. I would imagine this would be done right at the start, so I'm not sure if you know the answer, but like for some of these keypads, you have to enter a key code. What is the process of like finding out the key code for this? Because I know some of them, like you can find in the game world, but not all of them, right? So
Yeah, I think there were in the SDA forum some people that looked up the codes for these in the game files themselves.
but I didn't brute force it. Oh.
Brute force it.
I
Jeez.
remember
Try
in
10,000
the discussion that was an option that was being considered, but I'm sad to hear that they didn't end up doing it.
Yeah. So how did you find it for Mankind Divided?
We don't use a lot of codes in Mankind Divided, actually.
Oh.
I think the ones we use all have codes. Except for,
Okay.
I can think of one door where you don't have the code, but it's not a problem. You can just shoot it open, like with a couple of revolver shots.
All right.
So, and we have to wait for that anyway. So, yeah, there are like, if I remember correctly, there are like 3 codes or so we use. Not that many in Mankind Divided.
Oh well. What
Don't
about
need-
computer passwords? Like the laptops, the actual passwords of text, like in Deus Ex 1. Do you have those in the Mankind Divided run?
No, none of them. We don't need any of them.
Wow, nice.
Just skip everything. Yeah.
Yeah, just run past everything. No need to look in all these emails and things like that. Like I know that they put a lot of effort making all these emails, but yeah, for speedruns there's no point reading them.
Nice.
All right.
Like a lot of background story you miss with these kind of playthroughs.
Oh, I have a question that we kind of forgot to ask for like 5 episodes. How did you get into speedrunning?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's actually because of this DLC,
Oh,
believe it or not.
okay.
Because I found some fans here, here in the section that we're going to right now. There's some fans there, and you can use it to navigate pretty much everywhere you want to get like Burke's eyes and go to the mechanic downstairs, for example. Like that you would normally have to do in this playthrough. But then I saw that Hanky had a absolute 0 low percent run of this DLC as well. So it's like there's also an achievement for that, like the Factory 0 achievement, where you don't upgrade any of the augs and you only use the takedowns and you don't use any weapons. And I saw these fans and I saw how it could be used to improve that run by quite a lot. And in the end, the first run I submitted of that category was like 7 minutes faster than his run.
Nice.
It was like
Oh, it's a good
37
reason
minutes.
to start running a game. Think you can do better than the other.
Yeah. And after that, I also tried just the any percent run of this game. And yeah, I got like, I think 1:13 or so, 1 hour, 13 minutes. And started improving from there, getting better and better. And
Nice.
gradually, I had invested so much time in it and that I could go for really good times.
That's
And I
pretty
still
cool.
enjoyed it to optimize everything. And I think what I enjoyed the most is the community, like that, all collaborating to get better routes, finding new glitches. I think that's what kept me going in the end, to keep going and keep improving the runs. going for different categories as well,
Yeah.
like the Absolute Zero and also Glitchless and All Missions, and there are like a couple of these. And also the director's cut version is it's not as popular as it was before, but yeah.
That is one of the appeals of speedrunning, isn't it? The whole community thing where you'll find new stuff together and you have to update your runs with all the new cool stuff that's found. Yeah, that's nice. That's a decent story.
Yeah. Like there were these barrel boosts, for example, that were pretty new. That got incorporated, and then the elevator boost that we saw as well. And yeah, just having having new people coming in and finding new stuff. That's really exciting times.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Well, have you got any other questions, S?
I don't. Do you have anything that you want to mention still, Jelmer?
Well, apart from the 90% run, I really like the Absolute Zero run as well.
All right, we're getting to the end of this, so I'll show the Absolute Zero run. So okay, so yeah, tell us about what this category is and how it works.
Yeah, so you don't use any of the items. You go for a completely stealth playthrough. And yeah, just have to run around, manipulate the AI, clip through some walls, write some fire extinguishers down to, so you get rid of your weapons. And yeah, there are quite some things we do exactly the same, like any percent, like this start, for example. But then once you get the guards, you have to evade them and distract them, or evade them by going a different path. But what I think is the most fascinating about this run is how you do the boss fights, like because you cannot use the explosives to kill. You cannot use 3 mines to kill Barrett, and you cannot use the grenades for Yelena, and you cannot like punch Namir in the face because takedowns are also not allowed. So there are like really nice tactics for those.
All right,
Man, can we skip ahead?
Yeah, so I was going to say, I want to see the boss fight. 20 minutes, 40 seconds. All right, I'm on it. There.
Yeah, so you have to clip out of the boss room first because there are no explosives loaded yet in there. There's nothing to kill Barrett with. So you have to do this pretty precise fire extinguisher clip out. And yeah, then it disappears and then it's back again. But finally managed. Takes a bit of time, but I managed to get out. Like you have to hit a certain trigger that's in the previous hallway. So you go over there, you hit right in this door frame, then you can go back. And then the stuff is loaded in, so there are some gas canisters you can throw at him. And also some explosive barrels. So you first take the gas canister. Take another gas canister.
Oh, okay.
And then he's just stun locked and he can't do anything anymore. So you just throw another explosive. There's one right next to him as well that sometimes explodes with him, but not this time.
Man, when I played this casually, I struggled so much with the first boss as well. That's just so silly. I never realized it was that easy.
Yeah, like the weapons don't do that much damage to him. Like he can tank a lot of these pistol shots and whatever else you got. But these barrels are very conveniently placed, so you can just beat him without picking up any weapons.
Nice. Does the second and third boss also work like that?
Yeah, the second boss is you actually use a box to kill her.
Oh, let's skip forward to it.
Yeah,
So it's like a lot of running around, chasing her with a box, like some maniac.
well, yeah. In the notes, there's another box fight I want to see as well. Well, then you have to fight the 2 robots. So I want to see that
there's
as
some
well.
security bots.
Alright.
So that's a little bit after this elevator.
Oh yeah, those two, the
Yeah.
big ones.
I'll,
Yeah,
I'll
you
I have
can't throw
to.
EMP grenade that one.
yeah. I
Normally
put
you
it
just
in.
throw
I
some
put it in 2
EMPs.
times speed, as you said.
Yeah, exactly. Like there are a lot of. You just need one, and then you hide behind it when it shoots, and then you throw it at him when he doesn't shoot. It is like the best part of the run.
Oh my god.
So you have to throw it like 60 times or so, and then the other one as well.
Does
And
the
you
other
have to
one
be
not shoot
careful.
you?
Yeah, it does. He pauses, like he has these intervals when he doesn't shoot,
Mm.
and then you can throw it as much as you want. But if you feel like it, then you can throw it when he's shooting, and then you have to hope that the box doesn't bounce too far off, because then you're screwed.
Oh god.
Like sometimes it bounces off to the side, and then you're not protected anymore. So yeah, this takes a while, and then the other one as well. Takes like 4 minutes in total, just throwing boxes at the thing.
Okay, alright. Well,
Then you can
okay.
finally escape. So yeah, take 2 boxes this time, just in case like one of them bounces off really far, then you can grab the other one.
It just looks so silly.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Oh dear.
Like you can sometimes trick the box to go into like a crouch mode. Like now he has the turrets really high up, but sometimes he gets tricked and the turrets go down. Like he can also, when you're crouched behind something, then he can still shoot you. That's what the mode is for. But then he cannot hit you at all if you have the box in front of you. So you can just keep throwing it. That's like the fastest way, but it doesn't happen in this run, unfortunately.
Alright, awesome.
Like not really consistent. But yeah, you just keep throwing it.
Right, so the next timestamp I'll get ready for. Hey, did it. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Alright, so the next one, 4237 box train. What's this?
Yeah. So yeah, you have to lure some guards out of here. That's like the basement of Ficus. You have to lure that guard out, and then they spotted me in this time, but so you have to reload if they get spotted, because it's like 100% stealth. But yeah, you take these 2 boxes with you, and the most convenient way to do it is just push them like a train.
Alright, I see.
So you lead like 4 boxes in one corner to get, in the end, 1 box at the boss fight.
Right.
So yeah, you have these 2. You can also just speed it up. This.
Alright, I'll speed it up. Yeah, this doesn't... It's not the fastest category.
There are some slow-paced parts like this one, and other ones are just like any percent. Like Detroit 2 is like exactly the same as an any percent.
This
But
is
yeah,
why,
now you have 4 boxes in a train,
yeah.
and you have to disable this camera, because yeah, otherwise the alarm goes off. So yeah, just pushing the boxes in a little train, close the door so the guard doesn't bother investigating.
Oh no, the door is closed. Better
Yeah,
not
now you-
pick up that sound.
And then this guard, yeah, if you place the box at the right point, he won't come back to this area, so you can just do whatever you want in this little corner. And then you clip these 2 boxes downstairs, like through this wall. Like you pick it up and then quickly move it through the wall.
Hang on,
And-
I'll slow it down. Right, there you go.
Yeah, so you place 1 box in front of you. That makes it easier to clip it down. Because, yeah, the box in front of you prevents you from getting, like, pushed forward, away from the wall. Then you need to clip yourself, so that's also why the box is there. And then you take your 2 friends with you. And then you take, wait for the camera here. So right before the boss, you put 1 of these boxes in front of you again to prevent you from moving away from the wall, and then clip the second box through. And then you can start the fight with Yelena. Like there it
It's
is.
basically how we used to do clips at first as well. Like you would put the box there, and then instead of moving the box into the wall, you would move the box into the other box, and that would clip you through the wall.
You're literally chasing her around trying to throw a box at her.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's invisible as well, so you only have like the little marks on the floor, like the water marks, the puddles. And yeah, you just have to listen. Sometimes she just runs past. And sometimes she waits, so you can just throw it a couple of times before she runs off again.
This isn't quite as optimized as the other boss kill in any percent.
Yeah. But there's a little trick, like you can use this electricity to stun her for a while. Then you have to make sure you don't get killed yourself. So you get a couple of hits from that, and you can do that 4 times. Like there are 4 of these electricity stations. And then, yeah, the fun starts again. So she runs off again. You chase her, just to get a couple of extra hits. You need like 20 or so hits with the box, and then the 4 electricity.
I'm really surprised this actually does any damage at all.
Like a metal crate.
Oh, I guess. But she's like a robot.
Yeah, true. It does very little damage. And now I have to jump on the box, because otherwise I would get killed by the electricity.
The box is useful for everything.
Yeah, the boxes are your best friends in this game. Like, not only for the clips, but also in Absolute Zero to kill bosses.
She actually has an animation for getting hit when she's running. What? She flinched a bit.
Well, like with their arms, like wide.
Yeah. Okay. Jesus.
So yeah, this takes a while. And this was like the fastest I've done in a while, this fight. But it still takes quite a while.
Alright.
And then the third boss is like that's really optimized again. Like you evade him entirely. Let's see where that is.
That's not 108, is it? It's before that.
The companion cube.
Companion cube, yeah.
It's like 102.
Oh, it says at the end 102.15. I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Alright, I just want to watch the rest of this first. How much longer is this? I think you're right. Better. I think
1 more minute or so.
Yeah. It's alright. I'll speed it up by about 1.5. Jumping on the box so you don't die. Yay! There you go. Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
This is like the longest section of the game.
All right, here we go.
To do Picus. Yeah. So here we have another box with us, like clipped in like before, and we take it down to Namir, and then we use it as an escape box. So just throw it over the wall, and then pick it up, flip yourself out of the room, and hope he doesn't kill you first. So yeah, because he throws grenades and stuff. So
oh god,
that was pretty quick.
That was brilliant. It's like throwing a bot. You just throw. It's like throwing a American football to yourself, isn't it? You just throw it and just run and catch it. It's great.
Yeah. Well, you see how happy I was with that.
Yeah. Alright, okay. Then we got Darrow Skip, which is 108. That's roughly that.
Yeah, that took a while as well to get in my PB, so if like this cutscene triggers right before you talk to Darrow, and that you can use to create a glitched quick save again. And you can try to skip him with that. Just skip the cutscene, press the quick save, then quick load it. and then sometimes you skip the entire conversation. It's like 4 minutes again, something like that. So quite a big skip. And then I think this time I got it. So you run out far enough to trigger the cutscene, run back, and then make the quick save, quick load. Then you only have to see Darrow for a very little bit, like only this part. And then you're done with Darrow. You can just run out. Like all Darrow gives you is the code to shut down the Hyron project, or what's it called. It's like nothing else he does that's useful. Like as soon as you talk to him, the doors that you need to open are already opened. As soon as you talk to him, so you just need to trigger him to start to talk, and then you can skip him.
All right, awesome. So we've got 2 more highlights of this run. So this is another quick save glitch.
Yeah, that's so right after we pass a certain door towards the Star Wars bridge that we've seen before. If you make a glitch quick save there, and then the map will completely reload to its original state, like as it was when you just entered this whole map.
Oh wow!
And that will despawn the guards, because the guards only come when you talk to Darrow, so you don't have to sneak past it. That was like really hard to do before. To sneak past it. And the other benefit is that you can take your friends with you. And yeah, guess what? Like you take 2 again, because you need both of them to get one of them in the boss room. So yeah, no elevator skip here, but yeah, we need the boxes. And then also another note, because of that that glitched quick save, you cannot make any more saves after this point. Like if you make a save and you load it, it doesn't matter if it's a hard save or quick save, then the game will just crash. So after that trick, you only get 1 shot, and if you fail it, it's run over.
Damn.
But yeah, just quietly moving the boxes to the edge. Like you don't want them to fall off, because then they'll despawn. So that is like the elevator ride that you have to normally take, but skipped in any %.
I probably should have skipped it.
Yeah.
Never mind, it is almost at the end.
Is it? This elevator ride is really long, isn't it?
So I've sped it up. We'll keep watching it. Oh, there was a save that happened. There we go. All right, we're there.
Yeah, the autosave still does it, but they don't work anymore. So yeah, take the boxes with you in this long hallway. You have to remove a couple of bodies because they're in the way. Like.
Great.
Yeah, I cannot save them anymore, so. Then you take the box, clip it through. There you go.
Alright,
and then it's again box fighting time. Again, but this time it's with the glass wall that's protecting the final boss. So you take it over there, to use the code to get everything started. And like now the glass is vulnerable, so you have to throw it a couple of times.
Oh dear.
Then run for your life because the floor is getting electrocuted. And then run back and you can take your box again. So now you have quite a long time to break the glass and kill her. But if you're not in time, then the floor will get electrocuted again. So you have to keep an eye for that. You have to like throw it at the right time to get it to bounce back exactly in your hands again. So you can keep throwing without moving the mouse. And then, yeah. And it bounces off. And then she does only take like 2 hits or so. It's really easy once the glass is broken. So here it's broken. And there's like a couple more hits. And she's gone. So that's the end of the game.
Wonderful, wonderful. Wow, okay, I've never watched a run of this category before. It was a lot better than I thought it was. It's really good. Jeez. Yeah, this is why I love low percent of games. They're just it's all the stupid stuff you have to do. It's so funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this isn't
Yeah,
quite low percent, I guess, but it's still the same sort of concept.
yeah, it has quite some glitches because otherwise it would be very hard.
Mm.
But yeah, you don't use any items. You don't get spotted anywhere. Don't trigger any alarms. And no, you don't use the takedowns as well.
Nice.
So that's how it's low percent.
All right, cool.
Oh, yeah, you can stand on the box at the final boss to get a little bit less damage, but the damage is really much stronger from the electricity in this area than it was in the other boss, Yelena. So that's not an option for this one. You get killed in 2 seconds or so from the electricity.
Oh, all right. Well, that was pretty good. Thanks a lot for that. You explained everything about Hero Revolution. We got any final questions, S, before we move on to chat Q&A?
No.
No, I think you covered everything.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, that was really good.
Alright, so chat Q&A then?
Yeah, I guess. Have you got anything else to say before we move on?
No, I think this about covers it.
All right,
Like
awesome.
there's maybe one special mention I need to do for low doors percent. That's quite unique for this game. Like because you can clip through all the doors and skip a lot of elevators and stuff, there is actually a category where you open the least amount of doors possible.
There's only one run of it done 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's not very popular, but it's yeah, it's a really good category actually.
But the comment for it is just "I'm done." Full stop. That doesn't sound like a fun category.
But that's because there are like more door skips found after this run.
Oh, okay.
But that makes it like very very difficult. But anyone who would do that run with less doors automatically gets the record.
Yeah.
Because the lowest doors wins.
Yeah, it's the lowest doors, but if you have the same amount of doors, it's the fastest time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So if you can beat that run with one less door, doesn't matter how slow you are, you'll get a world record. Yeah, easy world record, exactly. There you go. All right. So yeah, I guess we'll move on to chat Q&A. That was a great roundup of Deus Ex Human Revolution, and now I want to run low percent of it, or absolute zero. Right, so we got some chat questions.
Yes. Alright, the first question is, Josh, do you think this takes Boxy from GTA SA to a whole new level?
Boxy. That doesn't even make sense. She's not from SA. Yeah, Trollbear's just referencing a time I had the glitched black box thing, the transparent box on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
I called it Boxy, and chat got really annoyed with it, and I wish I'd never done it. It was a horrible run.
Oh, you have like the grey box from the what is it again? Like these race times.
Yeah, the flight
stays
school
there.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like at the end of flight school, if you like duped it, if you like did the last bit of flight school twice or whatever, the timing box that's like the transparent box that's behind the text that tells you what time you got, it stays there because there's two of them and it only removes one of them, I guess. And you can walk backwards to walk back into flight school and then walk back out and it removes it, but it wastes like 2 to 3 seconds. So it's technically quicker to leave a half transparent box on this covering most of the screen for the rest of the run. And I did one run with it and people got very angry. So yeah,
Keep asking you from why is this box in
yeah,
this
yeah, everyone just joins. It's like, what's this box in? It's like really annoyed me after like another hour of people asking me what the box was about. So yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Trover. Next question, please.
Would you say Adam Jensen is a professional boxer?
I guess so. And now we've seen how skilled he is throwing boxes
Professional boxer. Yeah.
and like using them to clip through walls.
Alright, here's a question to us, Josh. Will you two hosts pick up this game again now that it was covered? You will do Absolute Zero, you said.
I mean, I want to. It looks funny as all hell, but I feel like learning is going to be a pain in the butt. Are there any like tutorials or anything?
No,
that's-
not for this one.
Oh, okay.
But
Maybe.
that's also because like no one else does it.
If maybe I could like try to get someone to teach me at ESA. Are you going to ESA?
I don't have plans for it at the moment.
Okay.
No.
Damn. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'll learn it at some point maybe. But it's probably one of those things I'll never get around to.
As for me, I wouldn't learn it. I might do like a run out of the blue at some point, but it wouldn't be very good. So I guess the answer is no.
Yeah.
You're still on the leaderboards, right, S?
Yeah, I looked it up just a few minutes ago, and I am at the very bottom almost. But
You're not last. Yeah, you're third last.
I was first once.
Damn, 3 years ago. Wow, so long ago.
Alright. Here's a show-related question. Do you reach out to the runners, or do the runners reach you when we want to find, or when we're looking for guests? Either way works. If you are a runner or like a friend of a runner and you reach out to us, then yes, please do that. But if nobody reaches out to us, then we will reach out to someone else. We will reach out to you, probably like way later than we should. But
It doesn't matter.
like Jelmeree, he came in my chat yesterday, and he was like, "Hey, S, did you know that we found a new skip, right?" And I was like, "Oh no, I didn't." And he explained it to me in chat, and I was like, "Hey, you want to get on the show tomorrow?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to be on the show, contact us on Discord. Contact
Or
us in
Twitter.
private, because if you do it while we're streaming and stuff, then we won't have time to take care of your requests. So like, make sure you contact us properly in private.
Yeah.
But yeah, please do.
Yeah, I didn't know you didn't have a guest up until yesterday.
Yeah, and you actually
was-
prepared a ton of notes as well, so thanks a lot for that.
Yeah, you did a
it
good
was-
job.
It was nice just being able to skip to a timestamp instead of having to speculate when it was and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to get it out of the way right away because otherwise I wouldn't have time for it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's short notice, but thanks for coming on, man.
You're welcome.
And there's a couple more questions, I think. Who has the best hair out of us three? I do.
who's the
Sure,
longest?
sure, why not?
Damn it, Josh. We're supposed to get into an argument.
No.
Yeah, I just had my haircut like 2 days ago. Normally it's a bit longer.
a little bit more recently than me, I guess. I think that's about it, right?
I don't see any other questions.
Yeah, neither do I.
Alright.
Oh, there is sort of a question, but not really. I guess we should say next week is E3. It'd be like the middle of E3, I think. Do we cover that?
Are you going to watch any of it?
Probably not, because I'll be doing a game jam at my university, but I have absolutely no doubt that I will be surrounded by talk about it. So,
Yeah, same.
so I guess we can cover it. If we can talk about it if we see stuff about it, I guess.
Yeah.
Trying to look for a schedule, but there isn't anything super simple.
Yeah, it's not necessarily speedrun related, so it would have to be something like that we personally care about.
Yeah.
But if it's just the announcement of a new Pokemon, like sure it's cool, right?
Do you think people will speedrun the new Pokemon game? And speculate. How long do you think the speedrun will be? Do you think there are any major glitches in it? Starts Friday, ends Tuesday. Oh, okay. I guess maybe we'll cover it then. It's kind of perfect time.
When is your game, Jim?
It starts Monday, so.
And ends
Friday.
Okay, but you're gonna have to do a podcast in between.
Oh yeah, no. It's not. It's 9 to 5. So.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not 24-hour.
That
would kill me. You know I can't stay up 24 hours.
Oh, we got an influx of questions. So
okay, go on then.
Should move on. Where's the first of the new questions? Do people do all Steam achievement runs of Deus Ex?
I don't think so. I think there are just too many of them. Like you can get kind of close with all missions. Like every mission is a achievement. But then you would also have to be like non-lethal everything and no alarms and yeah. I don't think it would be feasible really.
I don't think all Steam achievements is a category that exists for like many games. Like I know that Juxpad did it once for like Half-Life 2, Episode 2 or something. But like it's really not anything I ever hear of being done in any game ever.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't think it helps that you can't reset your achievements either, so it'd be like you'd have to manually keep track of it.
You can with a tool, but
okay.
I'm not sure if that still works, and I'm not sure if Steam likes it.
Yeah. So it'd be a bit awkward because there might be some glitch to trigger a achievement early, right? But if you don't get the achievement pop up, how do you know it's working? You're doing it right. Yeah. So yeah, it's a bit weird. Keep going.
What was that question? Is Deus Ex Human Revolution your favorite Deus Ex game to speedrun?
It's definitely the one I put the most time in. I think it's my favorite as well. Like with the precise movement and with the box clips. Like I think it's really neat. It has a nice flow. It doesn't have much, except for the elevators. Then you have a little break. But other than that, it keeps flowing. And I think the first Deus Ex as well has the same kind of flow to it. But then it's even more because you have like this really short loading times and the elevators aren't there, so you have very little break from it. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, all right.
Like the other Deus Ex games, they're not as nice to speedrun. Like Invisible War or The Fall or Mankind Divided.
So that leads to the next question: when is all 5 games back-to-back speedrun?
Yeah, I don't think anyone has that has done it yet. Like there were some like when there were just 4 games, there were some runs, but not with all 5. No.
I'm looking up category. You guys don't have a multi Deus Ex category, I don't think.
No. No, we haven't. Like
Right.
I have done like just the first 4 games then, and that was in like 2.5 hours.
Wow.
It was pretty nice to do, but I haven't done it. I've just done it as a one-off.
The question is, do you do it in release order or chronological order?
I just do it in the most convenient order because like every game needs its own little setup.
Okay, damn.
So yeah, Invisible War first because that's the one that crashes the most, and then afterwards, the other ones. I can't remember the exact order I did it, but it wasn't chronological or like logical order.
All right, fair enough.
Just what's the most convenient.
Next question. I'm going to ignore this one for Josh's sake.
I know what you're talking about.
Question to host. Do you know a runner named RikuX89? Yes, I do. Have you asked him to join you? No, I have not, but it's definitely something I would consider. He usually runs all the Tomb Raider games. We've had a Tomb Raider on like 10 episodes ago, so I think it's time to get a new Tomb Raider on. So I know the first few Tomb Raiders are very interesting speedrun-wise. So yeah, that's something I need to, or someone I need to not forget about. He would make it.
I mean, we had the original Deus Ex on before, right? So it makes sense that we can have another Tomb Raider game. And yeah, the older ones are very different to the newer one that we covered.
And then someone else also talked about that. I have to ask a speedrunner now to come in. Yes, please do. Tell them to contact us. And then there's some achievements talk. When is Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind? Is that a joke question or like a real question?
I don't know. I haven't played the game, so I don't know.
Okay.
I think the speedrun of that game is very short, but that's all I know. Like Morrowind. Isn't that very short one?
No, it's Elder Scrolls Online, so it's the MMO. They added a new section to the world, I think. I'm not certain. I don't know. I thought it was some meme, but apparently it's not. I'm confused.
Yeah, Morrowind is like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Speedrun, any %. Or like 23 minutes, all main quests. But yeah.
2 more questions. Let's go for this one first. When is Benny as guest about moderation for events? A good thing to consider. Probably when there's a big event. And then the last question. Can you read this question really slowly so that the timer spans 2 hours? No.
Hey! Good job. Right.
Okay, it was a legit question about Morrowind, okay?
That's an answer, I guess.
It's not like the exact, but faster. Okay, I can check it out, of course. To find the game first.
If you do a Morrowind speedrun during the elevator pods.
Oh, great. Alright. I guess that's the end of the show then.
Yep.
Thanks everyone for watching. So we have YouTube. So if you missed the show, we got a YouTube channel where this VOD will be posted to. Did I post the last one? Oh crap, I don't know if I did or not. Anyway, I'll do that. I'll do that right now. Because I'm an idiot. I'm going to clip it right now. I think I didn't. Maybe I did. We'll see. But anyway, I'll do that. But yes, so we have all of our old VODs are on our YouTube channel. And obviously you can watch them on this channel as well. I do highlight them on this channel. So you can watch them on Twitch if you want. We also have our Discord. So if you see any information next week that you want us to know about, you can let us know in there. Let us know anything. We have like our public research channel. Or you can use the world record submission form. So you can submit that form out and let us know directly into our notes about ones that you see.
Also,
or
about speedrun news, like, right? The speedrun news, if there's anything.
Yeah, so that'll be in Discord, yeah.
Yeah, if it's like not just a new world record, then it would probably be better to tell us in Discord so that we can ask a bit more about it and do better research.
So yep, and then we also need guests, so we sort of covered that a bit. So if there's anyone you think would be a good guest, let us know. Tell us directly in private and we'll talk about it.
Yep.
So I guess that brings us to while we find a raid target and a raid message, we can talk about what we're doing in the next week on our Twitch channels or whatever. I'll go first because I'm only simple. For the rest of this week, I'm going to be playing racing games. And then next week, it's going to be nothing because I'm at Game Jam at my university. I was about to say I might make some pretentious vlog about it or something. Like,
oh, please do. I will watch that.
Yeah, I might do. It'd be interesting. I haven't actually done any program.
Sorry, I would watch it a month from now.
Oh yeah, you have so much to catch up on my channel, don't you? Yeah, so I haven't actually done any like programming in a while, and I haven't done any game development in even longer. So I'm a bit worried about how I'm going to perform, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. It'll be a lot of fun. I kind of miss that ever since I went like full-time streamer. So what are you guys doing next week?
I want to get some San Andreas attempts in over the weekend. Other than that, casual stuff. Probably. Also, I have to relearn Far Cry 2 because it got into an online marathon, which I will cover probably the next episode.
Yeah, and I will be just playing some more Mankind Divided glitchless. And if I get something good, then I'll just move on to any percent. Because that PB is very bad. I have for any percent. It's like, yeah, can improve that a lot. So I'm just gonna try keep playing that game for a while.
All right, awesome. I forgot to be finding a raid target during that.
I did.
Oh, you did? You got one, have you?
Yes.
Excellent. Go for it.
I know what raid target we should, or what raid message should be. Just Google that though. Copy. Very good. Alright, anything else?
Well, we
Ask
normally...
the guests for shoutouts. Any last words, thoughts, shoutouts, speech?
Yeah, I think shoutouts to the Deus Ex community, like APJ for finding most of the tricks like we used in Human Revolution. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
All right, go for it, S. Who are we raiding today? Them. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, so
Alright.
Mecha, the person we had last week on the show. I assume they are doing some version of Devil May Cry.
Yeah, there was a big race going on. I mentioned it at the start of the show. So
Oh, okay.
go read them.
Awesome. All right, yeah, go there, raid that. What are we raiding with?
The pig face.
Pig face. I don't see a pig. Oh, the pig. Okay, the pig face at the end
Okay.
of the message. How do I copy paste that?
Take.
You can select it and then.
Not in chatty, I don't. Okay, it's fine. Someone posted it in there. There we go. There we go. Right, yeah. So go raid Mecha. They're doing Devil May Cry 4, I think. Yeah, Devil May Cry 4.
Yes.
There you go. So the game they talked about last week. Go there, raid them, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh,
Bye.
God. I always forget about the audio. There we go. Got it. There we go. Nope.